Chatting on any health topic with a doctor brings out some excitement that we can really use. I was able to hijack some time from our friend Meghna. Others call her Dr. Thacker. She is a leading naturopathic physician, a best-selling author, and speaker. She graduated from Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine from Tempe, Arizona, and her bachelor's is in homeopathic medicine from Mumbai, India. You may have seen her on several TV shows and local news channels too. For those of you who don't know us, my name is Kiran. My husband Kiran and I worked at Intel and other companies before we both quit our jobs to start our own mortgage and real estate businesses. Like you all, we are trying to figure out how to best work together with kids at home and keep up with our health goals. Here is Meghna.
Thank you, Kiran. And actually, I got inspired from you also. I'd seen your book launch.
Mine is more like general business knowledge, but you actually wrote about 7 steps to heal your thyroid. That's a very serious topic that you took over, and congratulations for that. And
thank you.
In addition to that, I see that you also launched your own supplement line with high quality formulas and that are manufactured in US. So it's for the kind of stuff that you accomplished within a short time of when you graduated. This is incredible. I think we are looking forward to many, many years of success for you. So with that said, please introduce yourself if I missed anything that the audience has to know, and take it away. Give us good tips on what we have to do.
Thank you so much, Kiran, first of all, for having me here. I am going to talk about immune boosting therapies. It is my passion to help people, educate people. These are just the 6 principles of naturopathic medicine, which I always keep in mind when I'm treating my patients. And today I'm focusing on doctor as teacher because I love to educate and share information and knowledge. This is just the 101 of immunity, bringing your attention to the 2 types of immunity that we have, innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Innate immunity is our first response. It's like the soldiers that go to fight. And adaptive immunity is the T and B cells. So with the current pandemic for the COVID-19, these T cells are the ones that are getting depleted. So I want to bring your attention to that. And how would you know your immune status? So it can be found out by simple bloods like a WBC differential. If all your white blood cells are within good range, if you have good vitamin D levels between 40 to 80, and if your RBC zinc levels are pretty good, then that indicates a good immune status. So I just want to put forth a disclaimer that I am going to be sharing this information, and it is for educational purposes only. The doses that I will be sharing are more related to immune boosting in its therapeutic sense. So I would always encourage everyone to work with their healthcare provider. And there are 3 approaches actually: preventative, immune boosting, and lifestyle. We all know a lot about preventative. I think we all have been doing the hand washing and singing songs and hand sanitizer, wearing masks. So I'm not really going to get into this. But the most important part for today, and anything else that you have in mind, Kiran, I will address. So I want to focus on food is medicine, what supplements can be used, what are the nutrients, how do they work, the mechanism of action, why we should be consuming these. So vitamin C, let's come to this. And as I said, the dose that is provided is for immune support. Like on a daily basis, you wouldn't need 1 to 3 grams, but I want to just bring that to your attention. But food is medicine. So let's try to get vitamin C in our foods. And why do we want to do that? Because if you get positive with the COVID-19, having adequate levels of vitamin C is going to shorten the period of your illness. It'll also reduce the respiratory symptoms, actually. So that is why it's so important. And oranges, citrus foods are great, papayas, kiwis is a great source, all kinds of berries. So I usually, what I do, and I'd like to share some examples, is my first meal has been making a protein smoothie. And right now, because I'm at home, I've been able to do this even more. I'm only doing teleconsulting at this point. So, I add the greens like the spinach and kale, the berries, other fruits, and some seeds that provide the benefits like the chia seeds, and make the smoothie and start my day with it. So what it does is the natural sugars will also give the brain the glucose that it needs to function, because our brain functions on glucose. So we need it in its natural form rather than the sugars, because the sugars or the processed foods negatively affect us. And we'll talk about how it can, pack on weight right now during this time that we are all sitting at home. But also make sure you get some broccoli. If you serve your kids pasta, if they like that, make sure that they have broccoli on the side. Bell peppers, all kinds of peppers. It's like the rainbow colors. That is what you want to focus on. And vitamin C right now has also been used in hospitals as an IV therapy, actually. And, my colleague who got positive with this condition had a great benefit from using it in that form. Another good way of using vitamin C is liposomal vitamin C rather than using it orally. Because if you just use oral vitamin C, you only absorb up to 30% or even less. Most of it you just kind of, comes out in your urine. So liposomal vitamin C will give you a better absorption.
So Meghna, I wanted to just share with you what my personal experience with trying to eat healthy has been. So the pillar of the house is whoever is in the kitchen, whoever is preparing the meals. And in our case, Mrs. Kiran, she does most of the meal preparation for us. So whatever she makes is what I consume. But I have my own knowledge and interest on learning about healthy stuff and all that. So what I did was I was able to manipulate and create a habit as to what I could do myself first thing in the day. And I believe in creating habits that we can interlink or interchain. Only then it's going to happen involuntarily. So every day in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I have 2 glasses of water, and then I invariably squeeze lemon juice with honey, and then I drink it. So that's the first thing. So regardless of who the meal preparation or what the meal preparation in the house, the first thing that I liked about what you said is a early morning protein shake or something. I used to do protein shake, and then I realized that it has a lot of sugars, and then I stopped doing the protein shake with the fruit. So what is your take on that? Like the sugars and all that, is it okay to do it in the morning?
Every person is different. So for everyone, it will be a different thing. And what you are doing, Kiran, like having a glass of water with honey and lemon is a great thing. So when I wake up too, actually, I drink my water. And I think the very important point that you shared is creating habits that become, go into our subconscious mind, so we don't have to think forward. So in fact, because of the slowdown in a way that all of us are home, I think it is so important that we focus on some of the routines, some of the habits, which we've always wanted to do, but we've always put it on a back burner, right? But now is that time to create these habits. So moving forward, we will be able to continue doing those. So fantastic. The other thing is, like, in the morning when you wake up, you want to stir up your metabolism. So maybe you do 50 jumping jacks. It may take only 2 minutes, but it gets your heart racing, So that could be another thing that could be a part of the habit, I would say, because most of the day we are home and sitting down. So because we are enclosed in the home, what we can do is at least 4 times a day, even if we remove 5 minutes, so if we have 20 minutes of some, cardio thing that we are doing, like jumping jacks, or next time we do push-ups, lunges, that would be a really good thing to get that little movement and the heart racing.
I like the fact that you said the first thing in the morning. So as part of my morning routine, I created some habits, and like you said, it has to be so involuntary. Only then it's going to work. If it's not involuntary, it has to be involuntary. It's going to make it as much difficult because there is another barrier. I have a chair wherein I do like breathing exercises in the morning. So that also is chain linked right after my vitamin C and honey, and then I do my breathing exercises. I need to add the jumping jacks in the morning. I go for a walk later in the day, but I think that's a good idea to do jumping jacks, and if it's involuntary, it's good. So vitamin C, coming back to my question, is it okay to do the smoothie with sugars, or it's a no-no for everybody?
Actually, Kiran, I probably will correct myself. I do not do it early in the morning. It's more like the first meal in the day. So it's more like between 10 to 11, since I'm at home, then it's possible to do it during that time. It's like a brunch type of a thing. So.
Okay, good, got it. So vitamin C, we are good. I got it. So next, vitamin D. This is sunlight.
Vitamin D. So, an average dose is about 5,000 IUs for an adult, and best is to get it from the sunlight, actually. So, living in Arizona, we definitely are blessed with the sunshine. So spending some time outside or in the backyard right now, or in your front yard, getting that sun, exposure to the sun is a good idea to make vitamin D. And here are some food sources that provide that as well. Now, vitamin A, it's not talked about very frequently, but it plays a very, very important role, and that's why I want to bring it to the attention. And you will see the dose is very high. Vitamin A in this dose really works as an immune support. And when I talked about the T cell, it really supports the T cell function, and that is why it's so important. And any of the foods that are orangish, red in color are great sources of vitamin A. Like sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes can be used in so many forms. You can just bake them in the oven and eat it. My kids even love sweet potato and zucchini tacos. I bake sweet potatoes and put it in my salad with quinoa. So I'm just sharing some of the ways this can be used. Carrots can make a great snack, and there are some other sources here. If one eats seafood, then salmon is another great source. Milk and eggs. Zinc. So zinc is another very essential mineral during this time. It plays a huge role in our immune system. And it really helps shorten like the viral load in a way. So it's very, very important. And the dose recommended right now during the pandemic is up to 60 milligrams a day orally. It can be taken as lozenges, but foods are a great source of zinc, like pumpkin seeds can be sprinkled on a salad, but all kinds of dals, like our lentil soups or beans, garbanzo beans, kidney beans, tur dal, moong beans, all of those are great sources of zinc. And what these foods do, these lentils and beans, is that feeds our microbiome. Our microbiome is our environment in the gut. Our gut has so many organisms, and when we support that positively, that supports our immune system. A healthy gut equals a healthy immune system.